I heard that it's a forest yeti.
What's that?
It's the saddest and most terrible of the monsters. It lives alone in a big cave usually, and it gets so hungry that he thinks he's going to die. But he doesn't want to eat because he has to eat people, and he doesn't like to kill people. So he tries to eat vegetables, but they make him sick. But one day, he can't wait anymore, and he runs into the town, and he grabs up a whole bunch of people and eats them all, and he goes back to his cave. And he's so sad about all of the people he's killed that you can hear him crying and howling for miles.
Lukas!
Sounds kind of like that.
What can you tell me about Anja?
She's the best. She's the most fun person in this castle by a mile.
Why is that?
She's taught me where all the fun places are in the castle. And she knows a lot of games, and she's good to talk to if you have a problem. I wish she wasn't always so busy.
What's she busy doing?
I don't know. Probably something with Carl.
Why do you say that?
They're always fighting.
Do you visit Anja in the shop much?
Oh yeah. Want to hear a secret? If you give Renata food, she falls asleep in like a second. It's really weird.
What do you know about Renata?
She's not so great. My dad says she's lucky that they let her come here. She has a reputation.
What kind of reputation?
I don't know. She steals or something. No one here trusts her, and she's always trying to boss me around, stopping me from doing anything fun.
How so? Does she stop you from bugging Carl?
She's just in the way. I don't like her.
You must have a reason for not liking her.
You ask too many questions.
Nancy, what happened? You look very sad.
Oh, it's nothing.
I know what nothing looks like, and that is not nothing. That looks like, boy trouble. You do not even need to confirm. I know I am right.
How did you...
I know that look. I've seen it in the mirror many times. What happened?
It's a long story. He's upset that we don't spend enough time together. And I said some things I shouldn't have said.
Well, you can always talk to me about it. Us girls have to stick together.
Thanks. What do you think of Renata?
I love her stories. Sometimes when she comes, the two of us stay up until the sun comes up, just chattering away about this and that. You ask me, her reputation is completely undeserved.
What reputation?
It's difficult to explain exactly. A lot of people say that wherever she goes, bad fortune follows.
Do you think that?
Not really, but she does always have peculiar timing. Come to think of it, whenever the castle gets to talking about the monster, she's not far behind.
Really? Do you think she has something to do with the monster sightings?
I'd be surprised. But then again, no, never mind. It's nothing.
What?
Okay, I shouldn't be telling you this. One time when she was here, and again everyone was all worked up about the monster, and she told the stories that scared everyone who listened half to death. So later that night, when everyone was locked in their houses with the windows shut tight, I caught her snooping around the castle.
What was she doing?
That's just the thing. I couldn't figure it out. She didn't come back for a long time after that. Actually, that was the last we heard of the monster for a while, too.
It sounds like these monster stories are all pretty old.
Maybe that's why we're all so afraid of this thing, whatever it is. It's from that old world, just like this castle is. I don't think we have what it takes to make it in that world anymore.
I don't know if that's true.
I wouldn't be so sure. Remember the last time you were somewhere when the power went out? There is that split second before you reach for the flashlight, where it feels like the bottom is dropping out of the room and you just want normal back. And for that second, there is this part of you is so scared that it will never be back. That's what it's like when I hear the monster.
Can you tell me a little about Lukas?
Has he been bothering you? Be honest now.
A little.
Very sorry about that. He's my nephew. His father's the head of security here, so Lukas has pretty much got the run of the place. Although, that goes to his head now and again. Don't let him pester you too much now, and let me know if he's bothering you.
Will do.
He's got too much energy for sure, and he's a little too smart for his own good, but a good kid still.
I need some boyfriend advice.
You came to the right place.
I think I need to apologize, but at the same time, he needs to let me live my life. Of course, I want him to be a big part of it, but I don't know how to explain that.
Well, luckily, this one's easy. For me, at least, as the advice giver. Tell him exactly what you just told me.
That's it?
That's it. Talk it through. Relationships are like plants. They grow stronger if you talk to them. That one works better in German, I think.
Thanks. I'll give it a shot.
I know it will work. Oh, when I was your age, I had the most wonderful boyfriend. The whole world was always just so perfect when we were together. There's nothing like love to bring order to a scattered world.
What's with a glass display?
Ah, you noticed. Glass-blowing tradition is very strong in the areas around Bavaria. We do quite a bit of glass-blowing here ourselves. Normally we have demos, but it's been so hectic here the last few days, we'd had to stop them for the moment.
You make glass here in the castle?
Oh, yes. I wish you could see it. Glass is everyday magic. Out of all this power and fire comes something delicate and strange. It's sad how easy it is to forget just how odd and beautiful a simple piece of glass can be.
I guess so.
It's one of the old things. Renata is always saying the old things are the best. Do you think she's right?
Sure, I guess.
She might be right. But you could also say that the monster is also one of the old things.
Can I see the glass shop?
Oh, sorry. It's locked until everything settles down. Only Carl and I have keys, but we're both too busy to supervise anyone down there at the moment. Sorry, Nancy.
What do you know about the castle's owner?
Marcus, right? He seems like a nice enough guy. He mainly deals with Carl. He's a little culturally tone-deaf, but it could be worse.
How so?
Oh, the Bavarianization of the castle. This is not what Germany is really like. It's a theme park version of history. But that's what he wants, so that's what he gets. It's not the end of the world. I just have to wear a dirndl more than anyone should have to wear a dirndl. Honestly, though, it's not that uncomfortable. And you know, I think the old clothes look nice.
Would you run things differently if you were in charge?
Yeah, but that's always the story. My dad used to say, "Maps always sigh when a new king takes the throne."
Are you worried about the monster attacking the castle?
I don't know. Lately, it feels like a rubber band is being stretched back somewhere, and at any moment it's going to snap and smash everything to smithereens. Maybe that's the monster. Maybe that's something else.
Don't you feel a little bit silly worrying about a monster?
Yes, but I don't know. The history here, with those poor girls who've gone missing. The first thing I learned when I started here is that this castle has a dark past. It's just as silly to assume things are going to be okay.
What do you think of Carl?
I think that Carl has been placed on this planet to test my patience.
So you two don't get along, I take it.
The fact that that man got elected makes me wish we were back in the days when you had to pull a sword out of a stone or a lake or something to assume power. He'd never be able to figure it out. Too many steps, what with the pulling and then the not dropping it, and then the remembering to tell people about what happened.
Do people around here trust Carl?
Apparently enough do. He's still got the job.
Did you and Marcus date?
Yes, but that was a long time ago.
Were you two serious?
We were. Or at least we thought we were. You know how it is. But that's all in the past now. We chat every now and again for work, but that's about it.
So Marcus is okay with you working here?
He wasn't at first, but he asked around and found out I do a good job. We both decided to be mature about it.
Has Lucas always been such a prankster?
Ugh, unfortunately, yes. I swear he was trying to trick us before he said his first word. Even as a baby, he had this glint in his eye like he was up to something. It was less cute than you'd imagine, actually.
Why does he seem to target Carl?
I know. You are thinking I condone it. I don't. Lucas's father is always so busy running security. Honestly, I think that Lucas is a little lonely these days. He doesn't have a lot of friends at school, from what I can tell. He must like the attention. That being said, I think most of these so-called pranks are Carl's doing.
What do you mean?
The way he blunders through life, it's not surprising that he always thinks he's the victim of some practical joke. He's the victim of a joke, all right, but it's more cosmic than practical.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Nancy, I think we need to talk.
Ned, I'm so glad you called. Ned, you know the truth is I'd love to have you here with me instead of all the way at home.
I feel the same way, and I know that. Just forget it sometimes.
Oh, Ned, you don't need to change. I like you just the way you are.
I gave what you said some thought, and I think I'm spending too much time waiting for exciting things to happen to me like they do for you. After we got in the fight, I did a lot of thinking.
Me too.
And I came to a decision. I may not be an internationally known sleuth, but I'm happy to have one in my life. And maybe it's time for me to be a little more daring.
I'm happy to hear that. I'd have you along on my adventures anytime.
That means a lot. Thanks, Nancy.
It's true.
Well, maybe one day we'll work together on a case.
You might be right.
Wait, really? I'd better start working on my sleuthing.
Sorry, the connection is bad. I'll call you back from the landline. There must be a specific order to play these in.
Nancy?
How well do you know Carl?
Him? I know him as well as anyone can, I guess.
What do you mean?
The way he locks himself up in the castle. He never leaves. He's hiding from the world. Why do you think he's doing that?
I don't know.
Me either. What are the chances that the reason is a happy one?
Probably not great.
Right.
Why are you really here?
What do you mean?
Anja told me you have a habit of showing up whenever there's talk of the monster. Is that true?
Trust me, I don't keep track of gossip when I'm traveling. The weather, yes. The gossip, no.
From what I hear, it doesn't seem like a coincidence.
I'd watch what I said if I was you. Hi.
Do you have a home, or are you always on the road?
Of course I do.
Where is it?
Here. Here's home. Wherever here may be.
It seems like it would be lonely, always traveling.
It is. You're always leaving home. But then again, you're always heading home.
Do you have a family?
I did, a long time ago.
What happened?
I've lived to be very old. Not everyone is as lucky as I am.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. We had beautiful days while they lasted.
Why do you have such a bad reputation?
That's not up to me to decide or care about.
Why's that?
I have more interesting things to think about than my reputation. And so do you.
Have you ever seen anything as strange as this monster on your travels?
No, but I've heard stories. Every place with a history and a dark corner has its own monster to worry about.
Why do you think that is?
2 possible answers. The world is either full of bored people or extraordinarily shy monsters.
Are storytellers still in demand?
No. Today people want flashy computer games and big-budget movies. They want instant gratification. The old stories, they traveled from one storyteller to another for millennia. Now they are dying off.
Ah, that must be sad for you.
No, I know the stories. You do not. It is sad for you.
Would you like some food?
Oh, yeah!
I shouldn't do this right now.
Hi again.
Have you seen a burr like this before?
Let me see. Yes, I've seen something like that out in the woods.
Anja mentioned a glass shop. Can you help me find a way in?
She did she? Fine. You want to look in there? Go ahead, but stay away from the furnace.
Why's that?
It's a glass furnace. It's deadly. We've had accidents. It is not for fooling around. Be very careful. You could die down there.
Thanks. What do you think of Marcus?
He does not know what he's doing. He thinks we should all listen to him because he has a briefcase. Any fool can get one of those things, and anyway, they are silly. What is this, 1986? Not anymore, it isn't.
What do you think of Renata?
Did you know that Anja wants her to go? I don't understand why. She's such a great storyteller. This isn't the first time she's come here, you know. Although it was before my time, she knows a lot about this place.
Anja told me she likes Renata.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Maybe she's trying to impress you by pretending to be far friendlier than she actually is.
I'd like to help you with your character again.
All right, now what do you think? Brown fur or black fur?
Brown.
Thanks.
Thanks. See you later.
Goodbye. Hi, didn't we just have a conversation?
I'd like to play a round of Raid.
Great!
This could come in handy. There's no power. Aha! That's why it's not working. Now it should work. I hate snakes. The old snake prank. I bet Lukas is behind this.
Nancy, come down here. I need your help. Can you go distract Carl? I've got a really great prank idea, but I need him distracted. Can you do it?
I shouldn't.
Of course you shouldn't. That's what makes it fun. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Anyway, he's been so grumpy lately, it'll be good for him. And it will be very funny for me. Come back and let me know when he's distracted.
I hear you have a reputation as a prankster.
If you want to call it that, I guess that you could. But really, they're not just pranks. They're something better.
Like what exactly?
I don't know, but pranks are stupid. I've got better things planned than just stupid pranks.
What do you have planned?
You'll see. Something good. The people around here will be talking about it for years.
Do you like living here at the castle?
Yeah.
It seems like a weird place to grow up.
I don't know. It's not boring like some places. Did you know that hundreds of years ago they used to have a gallows here and you could see it right from my window? When I visit my uncle's place, he just has a grocery store outside of his window.
Do your school friends like to visit the castle?
No.
Really? It seems like a place where all the kids would want to hang out.
Yeah, well, they just don't, okay? I don't exactly have a lot of friends.
Why's that?
No one wants to hang out with creepy Lukas.
Is that what they call you at school?
No, but they think it. It is a castle and all of the bad things that have happened here.
I bet they're just jealous that you get to live in a castle.
No, they're really afraid of this place. And since I'm not, they say I must be creepy too.
What do you think of Marcus?
Who?
He's the man who owns the castle.
Oh, okay. I don't know him. I think I heard my dad talk about him a few times. I don't think he likes him all that much.
What do you think of all the tourists who come here?
They're so boring. Every group says the same thing, no matter when they come. They all make the same stupid jokes, and I always have to pretend to be amused.
Why are you always pranking Carl?
I tried with everyone else, but they're not good at noticing. Carl is, though. He notices everything and gets all crazy and red when you mess with him. Have you seen all of the cool stuff he has in his office? When I get to use it, I'm going to build a small version of the castle with all the secret passages.
Secret passages?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are the secret passages? Where do they go?
I can't tell you. They're secrets. Plus, there are a few places here that I'm the only one who knows where they go.
Have you seen the monster?
I don't know.
How can you not know?
I saw something. I don't know what it was.
Where?
Down in the passageways. It was awful.
I think you're making this up.
Why did you ask me if you didn't want to listen? Are you back to play more monster?
Not now.
Okay, sure.
I think you're the one behind the monster sightings.
My lawyer has advised me not to answer that question.
You're what?
Isn't that what everyone says on all of those TV shows? My lawyer. I need a lawyer. I ain't talking without my lawyer.
That's TV, not real life. You're not answering my question.
And I ain't gonna do it, see? Not till you get me a real Class A briefcase jockey. That sounded good, right?
Aren't you worried about getting in trouble with Carl?
Oh, Carl can't catch me. That's just how it is. Carl couldn't catch a cold that was looking for him. He couldn't catch a ball if you glued it to his hand. He couldn't catch an acorn if he was the ground. I can continue if you'd like.
Okay, go ahead.
He couldn't catch a thing if he was a different thing. I really didn't expect you to say yes.
Have you always lived here?
Yup, the whole time. My dad's the head of security here, so I know pretty much everything there is to know about everyone here. Most of it's boring, but not all of it.
What do you mean?
I can't tell you, I'd get in trouble. But it's bad. My dad says all castles have bloody histories because they're built by greedy men. He says us a lot.
What does he mean when he says that?
I can't tell you. Also, I don't really know.
See you later.
See ya!